Welcome back to Digi Bros.
Let's
we
kill
were
the
talking
big
about
fat bug. He's
Rurouni
big.
Kenshin.
We were talking about Kenshin.
We were all Hitori wa hoi ashito yo butsukatte
This, yeah. Trevor's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yep. The second I started singing some TM Revolution, it was like, time is over.
Alright. Wake me up. Inside.
Those guys are taking off right here on Digi Bros.
Pew pew pew
Bye,
pew
everyone.
pew. You heard it first
Don't forget
from
about
you heard it
my
first from
Warpstone
us.
hentai and, watch
Warpstone
InuYasha right now.
hentai. Yes.
Like, binge it all.
For some reason I was thinking.
Don't
Persona.
watch all of InuYasha.
Don't listen to
Yes, we should do it. No, just the last season.
It's over 190 episodes.
No, that's why you just watch the last season. You don't need to know the context of everything. You can watch the first 5 episodes and then the last season, and you'll know what's going on.
That's true.
You can just watch up to Naraku.
No, not the first
watch,
5 episodes. Watch like
look,
the first
you gotta
26
just watch
episodes.
up until Naraku was introduced, and then watch the last season.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
you won't know who the baby is,
what
and you
about,
won't know who the other guy is. But
what
who
about,
fucking cares?
What about Kikyo? You have to know what's going on with her.
You don't have to know what's going on. Fuck Kikyo.
Kikyo is like every girl's favorite character in InuYasha.
I thought every girl hated Kikyo.
No, opposite. Every girl hates Kagome.
Don't they hate both of them?
No. Every girl hates Kagome because she stole InuYasha from Kikyo.
No.
And they see Kikyo, they see it as like, you know, InuYasha like
Like I'm just biting this thing's balls.
got taken away, you know.
I fucking hate Kikyo
I've-
just for ruining
I've
my
talked
enjoyment
to
of that show.
So many girls, including my ex-girlfriend, who had like a violent hatred of Kikyo.
Boom,
Kagome, because they love Kikyo.
Yes.
Because Kikyo is like the moody, serious one.
Ah, she's
of
so
course
fucking lame.
Girls like her.
As a kid, Kikyo was the single ruining factor of that show. I guess Naraku sucks too.
Yeah,
But
Naraku
Kikyo's
sucks.
episodes were fucking boring.
Yeah.
Those were just intolerable to me
She's
as a
just
kid.
a fucking moody
I was just like, oh my god, I don't care. I want to see
I mean, really,
InuYasha fuck shit up with the backlash wave,
She's
okay?
not really any worse than fucking Sashomaru, but like at least Sashomaru fights and does shit.
Yeah,
like,
at least he's... Even though most of the time he's just walking around.
yeah. Well,
He's
he
just
got that
walking
little
around
girl,
some forests with the little girl and the
uh,
imp guy. He's just walking
Rin,
around.
I think. Oh yeah, the imp guy. I forgot about
Yeah,
him. We're not
he's there
supposed to be
too.
talking about InuYasha. We're supposed to talk about fucking.
Kagome!
We're supposed to talk about Rurouni Kenshin, man.
Someone unsubbed because we were screaming Kagome.
Probably.
I fucking hope so. You don't deserve to watch this goddamn show. We're expressing ourselves.
Yeah. Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh shit, yes, this is the big snake dragon one.
Ironically, my favorite character
Fucking
from Rurouni
cool.
Kenshin was a character whose episodes I never really like saw, like their character development, because it was fuck, what was his name? Shit, it's blank. I'm blanking out on it. It was the kid who was like the kid who was working for the bad guy dude, Shishio. Like he had this kid who was supposed to be like a genius.
Was that Sato?
No, Sato was the cool guy with the Akusuka
Yeah, I thought that was your
Zan.
favorite character though.
He was when he first appeared,
Yeah.
but I think it's Seita Sojiro. I think it's the kid's name. He was like this kid who was supposed to be like a genius swordsman, and he like murdered his whole family and shit.
Fuck.
And
Sasuke shit.
And he was always like smiling and shit when he would fight. Like he was like really just in love with like violence
dude, wait,
and
some
shit.
existential shit's going on.
And like basically because he was like a kid who was supposed to be a genius, and any character who was like that was automatically my favorite when I was a kid. Like I loved him, but like I mostly knew about him from reading about him online. Like because I missed a lot of the Kyoto arc when it was on TV because they changed the time slot and it was coming on like while I was at school. So like I'd read about Sojiro and I was like, this kid is so cool, and then the only episode I saw was the one where Kenshin beats him by using the Amakakeru Ryo no Hirameki.
Yes!
That's right, I still remember the entire name.
No Hirameki.
Amakakeru Ryo no
Yes.
Hirameki.
Oh fuck, wait, this seems...
Which was Kenshin's ultimate
Shit,
attack.
fuck!
Do you remember what...
I was just almost stabbed! Pay attention to this, I love this.
Ritter,
This is the game, man.
Ritter, do you remember what made
Oh,
the
shit.
Amakakeru Ryo
Link
no
has been
Hirameki
corrupt.
special?
It's he like turns his sword around or something.
No. He takes an extra step.
Oh yeah. Wait, fuck the Dark Links. Oh shit. Interlopers. That's some dark shit right there.
the idea was that as a samurai, because you hold your sword on your left side, you'd start off with your left leg
Link
forward.
just fucking exploded.
You start off with your left leg forward, and then when you draw your sword, you push your right leg forward, because that way you won't cut off your left leg. But Ni'amaka Kerurin no Hirameki is where you would take another step with the left leg, risking cutting off your leg if you didn't know how to do it.
Add so much power.
But you were way faster, and it would give you ultimate speed. And so when Kenshin and Sojiro fight, they're like running on the walls and shit. Because they're so fucking fast that they can just ricochet off of fucking walls. You need to watch the Kenshin live action movie. I think you really
Link is
enjoy
losing
it.
his shit, dude.
In fact, we should do that sometime.
Yeah.
Together.
I have been meaning to watch that.
It's really entertaining.
I see.
As a Kenshin fan, because the way they represent Kenshin's like speed and everything.
He's fucked, man.
There's a scene in the Kenshin movie where they're fighting like a whole like army of dudes, and Kenshin starts running around in circles, and he's running on the feet of all his opponents and like jamming their feet into the ground.
Oh, God.
So he's like running along people's feet, just like jamming all their feet into the ground as he goes in a circle around all the people, and they're all stuck to the ground. That's in a live action film.
Dude, look at this twist.
It's very entertaining.
You talk over this twisted shit, man. This is some Apocalypse Now shit happening in fucking Zelda.
Apocalypse Now shit?
Apocalypse Zelda.
Was that movie even that trippy?
Nah.
Like some fucking...
Some Ava shit.
Some dot hack sign shit.
God. Link is just... He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing in this game, man. He's trying to save his girlfriend. He's seeing some twisted fucking shit that these spirits are showing him. We got the fucking helmet. Shit's getting real, dude.
You obviously have less powerful feelings about Kenshin than you do about InuYasha. We went on about InuYasha for a while.
I was trying to watch this cutscene. Like, I enjoy this shit every time. Wah, 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 wah. Alright, let's find the water temple.
My friend Neil X of the Elements of Brony is a very big Kenshin fan.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like a to this day Kenshin fan. Like, he's watched the show enough times that he knows everything about it. Because he loves altruistic characters. Like, characters who are like, I'm not gonna kill anybody, but I'm gonna protect everybody, you know. Very big fan of Kenshin and Vash the Stampede.
Vash the Stampede!
This world is made! Repeat after me, Victor. This world is made! Repeat after me. This world is made.
This world is made.
This world is made of.
This world is made of.
This world is made of love and peace!
Yeah. Love and peace! Path. Oh shit, right, I have to fix this guy's thing.
Yeah, try again. Old classics. We're just talking about old classic anime now. From the fucking TV era. Fucking shit you all remember from your childhood if you watched Adult Swim.
I'm about to get shot out of a
years
fucking
of
cannon, dude.
2003 and 2006.
By a fat clown. A fat fucking clown is gonna shoot me out of a goddamn cannon.
What was your favorite Adult Swim anime? Like, what was the show you remember liking the most at the time?
Fuck, man. I don't know, man.
You've got, like, Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Were those more like Toonami,
InuYasha.
Adult Swim combined, kind of? Weren't they Toonami first?
No. Adult Swim's original lineup was Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho, Pilot Candidate, Mobile Suit Gundam 0080.
That's right, because Yu Yu Hakusho moved on the Toonami with Kenshin and those.
Yu Yu Hakusho, well, Kenshin was never on Adult Swim. Kenshin was on
It was on Toonami.
No, it was on the Action Block. The Saturday Night Action Block. That was short-lived. That was not Toonami.
But then it became on Toonami eventually.
Yeah,
because Toonami used to
Toonami.
have an everyday, used to have an everyday afternoon
Kenshin
block.
moved to Toonami, and that's why I never watched it anymore.
No, because I would...
I was at school when Kenshin came on.
I was always home doing my homework when Kenshin came on.
Originally, there was, before, like, Adult Swim was the first place that had like all the anime, and they had, like I said, the ones I just named.
Maybe it was just reruns.
They
by
switched
that time.
out Gundam 0080 to the original Gundam, and then they added InuYasha in 2002.
Fuck,
and
it was
then
flying on a chicken.
they added on a Saturday night block that led up to Adult Swim, that was like had like G Gundam and Rurouni Kenshin and what
Fucking
else?
G Gundam.
Yeah, those were like the two most important ones, Kenshin
Yes.
and G Gundam, and then there's like a couple other things. And Samurai Jack was in there, and then that only lasted like a little while, and then they put Kenshin onto Toonami, and that was when I stopped being able to watch it because it came on when I was at school. When they moved Yu Yu Hakusho onto Toonami at the same time, whereas that had previously been on Adult Swim, and then that's why I never saw past the Dark Tournament arc because they put it on Toonami. But around that time is when they put FLCL on Adult Swim and Blue Gender and fucking and then Trigun.
I always loved Trigun and
2000,
FLCL.
2005 was when they had like Paranoia Agent and Full Metal Alchemist and S-Cryed.
Fuck yeah, dude. S-Cryed was my shit.
Yeah. Reckless fire, son.
Oh, fucking S-Cryed. We should watch that again.
I'm down. We watched S-Cryed
clown.
before it came onto Adult Swim. Like, not all of it, but we had seen
Yeah.
the first, like, 10 episodes because Boyd had bought the DVDs. And then they put it on Adult Swim. And then...
Why did I stop at that island? I thought it would be cool.
S-Cryed's a fun show. It's a total clusterfuck. But it's... S-Cryed is, like, the epitome of, like, a like, early to mid-2000s show. Where, like... In like the early to mid 2000s, there was a lot of these 26-episode action adventure shows that had like, you know, like a bunch of characters with special powers, and they were always like weird because they would be like action but also silly, and then the plot would get completely weird and complicated.
They would really get serious.
Yeah, and you'd be like, what the fuck is happening at some point?
Like at the beginning, it was totally funny, and then it's just like really serious to fuck up.
Right.
And I always thought it was interesting that it was just like, you know, the one guy is the good guy for the whole beginning, and the other guy's like clearly the bad guy, and then like he gets amnesia, and the other guy becomes the good guy, and it's like, oh man. And they become bros in the end. You're like, this is fucking cool.
Yeah. That was a Goro Taniguchi
Yeah, his fucking
show.
arm. I used to do that, the punch thing all the time, where he
the-
curls his knuckles into a fist. He had his erupting first bullet.
Yeah. Erupting
Shit.
first bullet.
What was the third one? He turns into a fucking Kashurn or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man, S-Cryed.
S-Cryed kicks ass.
Yeah, man.
That was one of my favorite anime. I remember.
Yeah,
when we had
you
finally
were,
watched all of
pretty
it.
into it.
Like when we actually went through and like rewatched it.
That was the
fully.
second Goro Taniguchi show. The first one was Infinite Revias, which I don't think you've seen, but
Yeah,
is a
I've tried
fucking
to watch
masterpiece.
it before, and I've just never gotten to
It's
it. You always say it's a masterpiece.
It's you'd love it now. You tried to
Probably.
watch. You were a little too young last time you tried to watch it. Like,
Nah, 'cause last time I tried to watch it was when I was going through like my whole mecha phase.
it's not a mecha show.
Yeah.
It's like it's a serious drama show. Like
Yeah.
you would like it a lot more now than then. Like I could easily see you liking it now. Like it's the kind of show you're into. It's like an HBO drama, like in terms of like just being fucking like dark and depressing and difficult to watch at times
Yes,
because
sir.
it's so dark and like a
Oh,
really
what the fuck is
serious
this
drama.
shit? That's not a fucking heart piece.
But
Go fuck yourself.
I highly recommend anyone in the audience listening that hasn't seen Infinite Revias
Ah, it's probably in the middle, isn't it?
definitely watch
I
it.
don't give a shit.
It's a fantastic show. And then S-Cryed was sort of like a spiritual sequel, but not really. Like, you wouldn't think that unless you read Goro Taniguchi's interview about it. And then he also did Code Geass.
Code gay ass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And,
So gay, such ass.
And then, fuck. He recently did Maria the Virgin Witch
Whoa.
and something else.
That show is gay ass too.
Yeah. I'd say Infinite Revias is easily his best show.
Yeah.
Although
Bet it
Escryed
is.
and Code Geass are both very entertaining and worth
Should rewatch
watching.
Code Geass.
I've like a lot
There's
of people.
too much shit to rewatch. I'm not gonna rewatch.
A lot of people
I'm
have,
not gonna say that I'm gonna do this.
A lot of people have been rewatching Code Geass lately and saying that it just does not hold up very well.
Aww.
Like, because it's fucking stupid.
I know that season 2, the ending just gets so fucking ridiculous.
Well, people are saying like even season 1 is just like
No.
not nearly as cool as like. Well, because I mean,
Well, I'm not 13 anymore.
if you remember,
Or I
the
was probably
show
15 when I
was
watched
like. It was set in high school, and it's like
Yeah.
dumb high school.
I remember it being
bullshit
quite
anime.
dumb because it's like they go off to war and all that shit, and then like they come back and go to high school, and
Right.
it's like,
Well, like the parts of it that were entertaining was like all the strategies and like the complex like fucking people over. But like it's the kind of show that when you watch it
Some
again,
Death
you're
Note
like,
shit.
man, this is dumb. I
juvenile.
think Death Note holds up a little better. Although Death Note, I always forget about like how crazy it gets. Where like
Yeah.
there's the part where they like have the CEOs of the company that they're like manipulating or whatever, and then like that shit gets weird. But yeah, I'd say
oh shit.
I'd say
Motherfucker's
Infinite
running.
Revice probably holds up the best out of any of Goro Taniguchi's shows. Escryed feels
Bro, I got
extremely
letters.
2004, and I can see not really liking it if you don't understand that era of anime. Like it's sort of like My Hime, if anyone's ever seen that. That's like Escryed but with cute girls. Oh man, what's another good example? Scrapped Princess is kind of along those lines, but it's more of a fantasy show. Just a lot of these like 26 episode, like like I said, action adventure shows that just like have weird, complicated plots that don't totally make sense and are like, the more seriously they take themselves, the more you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to look at my DVD collection, see if I can come up with a few more of like stuff that's perfectly along those lines.
You can't work me, man. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about anymore.
I guess Simone is kind of a late era example of that. That was from like
That was
2006.
a neat show about lesbians.
Yeah, I love that show because it was
Yeah,
about
I remember that being one
lesbians.
of your favorite animes.
It was about lesbians. Of course,
Yeah.
it was one of my favorite. Like back then, anything about lesbians was like.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not really true because I watched everything that was about lesbians and I hated most of it. Like, most of it was shit. But Simone was definitely like a classic fantasy adventure show. A lot of crying.
Yeah.
That was the one that like we tried rewatching it with Boyd, and he kept passing out and then insisting that he had not passed out.
Of course.
And it's like, dude,
Classic Boyd.
you can't possibly be following this shit. Like, I know you don't know what's happening because you have been like snoring. And he'd be like, dude, I wasn't asleep. And we're like, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
And then at some point in the middle of the show, he was like, I gotta take a shit. And then he took a shit for like 2 straight hours.
Oh my god.
And we were
Fuck,
just
fell
like,
asleep on the toilet.
Oh my god. He doesn't do that shit anymore. Neither one of those things. He's tightened up his shit times, and
Wow.
he's
Oh, that's impressive.
he stopped lying about sleeping.
That's true. He used to just be full of shit about that all the time.
Dude, he would be
I'm
like
not
so
sleeping,
defensive.
man.
Dude, I wasn't asleep.
I wasn't asleep, bro.
Dude, we all saw you. We could hear that you were asleep. Like,
We don't think you're a bitch if you fall
I
asleep, man.
know you don't know because you were asleep, but you were totally asleep. Like,
Oh snap, I'm trying to learn some new spirit wolf shit. Fucking halt my horse, bitch. Get off that shit. Dismount, motherfucker.
Did you
This is where
see
the game
I,
opens up, by the way.
did you see I made another
Fuck you, dude. You don't
10
shoot fucking flaming arrows at me, you
I
piece
did-
of shit. I'm gonna blow you up.
I did another 10 must-see anime you can watch right now video. The videos where I talk about 10 shows that are available for free online that everyone should watch. Do you want to hear the 10 and
sure.
see which ones you've seen?
Yeah.
The first one I talked about was Spice and Wolf.
Spicy Wolf. I've still never seen Spicy Wolf. I feel like I
didn't
should watch
think so.
it.
Yeah, you might enjoy it. I don't know. It's kind of slow. and it
But
doesn't.
It's got that soundtrack.
It doesn't go very far because like it's a long series of light novels, and they
Yeah.
made 2 seasons of anime that are kind of inconclusive, but it's good.
Yeah.
And all the light novels are out in English, so yeah. But yeah, you have heard the soundtrack a lot, haven't you?
Yes.
It is one of my favorite anime soundtracks. It's stuck in my head now just because we brought it up. I didn't mention that in the video. I really should have. Second one I mentioned, which I did talk about the soundtrack, Earth Maiden Arjuna.
Oh, dude, I just got the shield attack. Cool.
You've seen Arjuna, yeah?
Yeah, that was one of my favorite anime when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah. It just like resonated with me at that age.
Yeah, because it was so like new agey, and it was like, whoa,
So
the
deep,
world!
And it was like the fountain.
The
and,
world
like,
is so interesting, and like people aren't communicating. We've gotten out of touch.
Nature,
with this.
bro, nature.
Yeah.
Use the fucking shield. There we go.
Oh shit! What was the third one I talked about? I know I talked about Detroit Metal City at some point.
DMC.
Did you ever
Go
watch
to
DMC?
I watched parts of it.
Oh man, it's only 12 episodes. And
Oh
they're,
yeah, I
like,
forgot I
10
can
minutes
flex it with
long.
my shield. Use the fucking Link. Don't be a bitch.
You probably saw all of DMC because I feel like I
Good.
watched it with you. I might have even read it to you. It might have been one of those because it's from like,
Motherfucker.
that era. Boogie Pop Phantom. You ever watched that?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh, yeah, Hope started watching that off your recommendation from that video.
Oh really?
Yeah.
What
She
did
had
you
never
think?
seen it before. And she's watching, she's like, yeah, it's pretty cool. And I
Um,
was like, wow, I feel like, because Boogie Pop Phantom has always been with me from a young age, so I just, it's one of those things I assume everyone has seen for some
no,
reason.
it's fairly obscure. I mean, it was on.
And because it was such a big deal to you with all the novels and stuff.
Most of the people who knew about Boogie Pop Phantom knew about it because it was on Tech TV.
I see.
Like that's how most people knew about it.
I
who
just
had
thought
seen
everyone
it.
knew about Boogie Pop Phantom. I thought it was
it's
just a
pretty
classic.
obscure. Sora no Oto, Sound of the Sky. I know you haven't seen that
Nope.
shit. That was from 2010. Sort of a cute girls show that's also a military show.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Princess Tutu. You ever watch any of that?
You've tried to make me watch that for all of time.
I don't think I've ever tried to make you watch that. I'm sure I brought it up.
You gotta watch Princess Tutu. I remember this from high
There's
school.
no way I told you to
No,
watch
you
Princess
wanted me
Tutu.
to watch Princess Tutu.
First of all, I haven't even finished
you were saying it
Princess
was like
Tutu.
amazing or something. Oh, of course you fucking haven't, but I'm sure you shoved it down my throat anyways.
Dude, I don't believe you.
I remember
I don't
you
believe
raving about Princess Tutu.
I'm not even like a huge fan of it or
I don't-
anything. Like,
I don't understand you. I don't fucking question you.
I'm sure I've talked about it and like its
No, man.
importance, but I don't remember ever trying. You
You're
wouldn't
all
like
out
it,
for
so
this.
why would I try to get
I
you to
don't
watch
know.
it? Anyway, here's one that I think you have seen, but a long time ago. Martian Successor Nadesco.
Yeah, that's
You
alright.
Get to Burning. It was great. You'd probably like that more now. You'd probably appreciate a
Probably.
lot more of its like nuance. Because it's sort of like Gurren Lagann, where it's like a commentary on its genre while also
Yeah.
being a story. Hidamari Sketch. I don't think you've seen
How
any of
tired
that.
Link is, Jesus.
Genkutsuo.
Gankutsu.
I know you've seen that because we watched it together. And Kishern Did you ever watch any of Kishern Sins?
Yeah, I've watched the first episode a bunch of times and I just like never get anywhere. I think I watched the second episode too. I was trying to watch it at school before on like an iPad
It's like Evil Mushishi.
on Netflix, but then like I couldn't figure out how to make it not the dub on Netflix at that time. That was like a few years ago.
It's confusing. We're gonna end this episode as soon as this cutscene's over, I guess.
We gotta save
Unless
the
do,
sword,
do you want to keep going? Like,
friends.
how long do you want to do this?
I was gonna get to the water temple probably.
How much longer is that? Do you think
Not much longer. I don't know.
Because we have to end this episode.
We can end this episode and start.
All right,
another
next time on
episode.
Digi Bros, we get to the water temple.